Welcome back to DRS Dispatch and welcome to a series that I am calling I Watched All of Formula 1 so you don't have to. This series was previously known as Race Report, though ultimately I've decided to change the name. And so yeah, this is episode 3. Today we're talking about the 1950 Indianapolis 500, which is round 3 of the 1950 Formula 1 season, so let's get right into it. So, as I mentioned, this was 1950, the Indianapolis 500, which is called that because it is a 500-mile race, if you weren't aware of that. This, of course, occurred at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway on the 30th of May, 1950. The layout looked pretty similar to what it is today. It is, of course, an oval track, if you're not familiar with IndyCar, which is a different racing company and racing series. It's essentially an oval track, meaning that for 200 laps, drivers drive in an oval around and around and around and around and around. For the first time, this race was a points-paying event towards the FIA World Drivers' Championship, with drivers competing between 1950 and 1960 being able to earn World Drivers' Championship points. However, because their cars were not up to Formula 1 specifications necessarily, they were unable to earn points towards the World Constructors' Championship. But they were able to earn Drivers' Championship points, though the majority of the drivers who competed in this did not ultimately compete in any of the other European races, and kind of vice versa for the European competitors. Though we'll get into that in a second. We'll get into that now, actually. As I mentioned, for the majority of the European competitors, this event kind of didn't really do anything for them, with only Giuseppe Farina and Franco Roll submitting entries, though their cars would never arrive, and the race took place ultimately without any European competitors. So yeah, let's get into the qualifying. So, qualifying in first place was Walt Faulkner, followed by Freg Abashion, followed by Maury Rose, George Connor, Johnny Parsons, Jack McGrath, Duke Dinsmore, Tony Bettenhausen, Joey Chitwood, and Bill Holland. I've got some photos here. That's of Johnny Parson, Bill Holland, and Maury Rose. And yeah, that was the qualifying. Similar to modern day qualifying, drivers over a period of several days were given the opportunity to compete a certain amount of laps and try to get as fast as a lap as possible, with ultimately Walt Faulkner getting the fastest lap out of anybody. And now let's get into the race. Not much is known about this race. Well, there's videos online of the actual race, but the kind of key point is that it was your traditional oval race, with Maury Rose leading for a while, followed by Walt Faulkner, though ultimately Johnny Parsons would come out on top, because the race ended at lap 138 due to heavy rain, so the race ended early, with Johnny Parsons ultimately coming out on top and winning the race. So yeah, ultimately, looking at the results here, we have Johnny Parsons in first place, who ultimately won the race, followed by Bill Holland, Maury Rose, Cecil Greenwood, Joey Chitwood, who was taken over by Tony Bettenhausen, Lee Wallard, Walt Faulkner, George Connor, Paul Rosso, and that was pretty much it. And of course, there's other competitors who competed, though a large amount of competitors ultimately retired from the race, which is to be expected. So yeah. I also want to discuss really quick some rumors that circulated at the time that I think were proven to be an urban legend. But essentially, the heavy rain ending the race early ultimately led to Parsons being able to win the race, and led to him tying the World Drivers' Championship for first place at the time. He was also the first American to win a Formula 1 race, which is very cool. One of, I think, only a couple, so pretty cool. But essentially, around the time, there was a theory that Parsons' car had an engine block crack, though ultimately this proved to be an urban myth, and it was kind of theorized that Parsons was able to finish the race and win thanks to the race ending early, and if he had kept going, his car would have conked it, though of course this didn't end up happening. And it was kind of said to be ultimately very minor, and like under the acceptable level, and it didn't significantly affect his performance ultimately. Ultimately, because this wasn't like a major FIA Formula 1 event, it's not really much to discuss here. So let's talk about the championship standings. And of course, remaining unchanged was Giuseppe Farina in first place, followed by Juan Manuel Fangio. Jumping up into third place was Johnny Parsons with 9 points, equaling them, with Luigi Fagioli losing a place along with Alberto Ascari, though it's important to note that only Johnny Parsons competed in this race. And yeah, that was pretty much the FIA Formula One 1950 Indianapolis 500. There's lots more information out there around the Indianapolis 500. I have no doubt that we will be covering future Indianapolis 500s in the 1951 and following FIA Formula One Indianapolis 500s. So we'll discuss it then. But of course, the next race is the 1950 Swiss Grand Prix. So yeah. So that was this episode of I Watched All of Formula One So You Don't Have To. If you enjoyed it, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment section down below on anything I missed, and I'll cover it in next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great, wonderful day. So bye for now. Peace.